Morning, Cedar Valley. Lars Olson here. Wednesday morning. I'll be your host for today's Quiet Echo. I want to tell you a story. You will not find this story in the headlines. The headlines are busy with other things, but this one matters. It matters more than most of what I read this week. On January 27, 2025, a 70-year-old widow named Lori Wisniewski woke to fire in her home in Nevada City, California. Wood-burning stove accident. The house went up fast. She jumped off the deck to get out. Her 4 dogs did not make it. Her husband had died of cancer before that. He was the one who handled the insurance. When Lori looked at the numbers, she was $170,000 short of the cost to rebuild. She moved into a 150-square-foot space on her property. Imagine that. 70 years old. Alone. Everything you own is gone, and the insurance will not cover it. I sell hardware. I know what lumber costs. I know what a roof costs. I know what it takes to put up a house from foundation to finish. $170,000 is not a small gap. For a widow living alone, it is a wall. Then a man named Matthew Sutherland saw her story. Sutherland owns Green Bee Construction in Grass Valley, the next town over. He builds houses for a living. He read about Lori and did something most people would not do. He picked up the phone and started calling the people he knew. Drafters, plumbers, roofers, electricians. He asked them if they would help rebuild a widow's house at little or no cost. Everybody said yes. 50 to 70 tradespeople. All of them said yes. When a reporter asked Sutherland why he did it, he did not talk about marketing or community relations or brand building. He quoted the book of James. He said serving widows and orphans is true religion. He said when he saw Lori's story come across his path, he knew it was time to put his money where his mouth is with his faith. I have read James many times. Most of us have. But reading it and doing it are different things. Matthew Sutherland did it. He did not preach a sermon. He called a plumber. A drafter named Dustin Ruckman drew the plans for free. He said they wanted to give Lori back a little piece of her life. The Nevada County Contractors Association got involved. A local media company donated services. Everyone shaved their prices or worked for nothing. The house is going up now. They expect to finish by late spring. And here is the part that stopped me cold. Lori Wisniewski is a former post-surgical nurse. As the new house was being designed, she asked the builders to include an accessible recovery room, a place where anyone who needs to heal after surgery can come and stay. The walls are not even finished, and she is already thinking about how to help the next person. That is not a woman waiting for rescue. That is a woman who understands what she has been given, and intends to pass it along. On Monday, Teresa wrote about corporations spending millions to strip away consumer protections. On Tuesday, Caleb told us what it feels like when a big company decides you do not matter. Both of them told the truth. The system has real problems. But here is the other truth. The one you will not see on cable news. In a small town in the California foothills, a contractor read a Bible verse he had read 100 times before. And this time he did something about it. He asked for help. And everybody said yes. Caleb Mercer would understand this story. George Kahn would understand it. Teresa would say it belongs on the front page. When Mildred and I sit down in the evening, most of the news is noise. But every once in a while, a story comes through that sounds like it was written right here in Cedar Valley. The difference is that Cedar Valley is fiction. This story is real. Lori Wisniewski is real. Matthew Sutherland is real. The house going up board by board in Nevada City is real. Sutherland said he hopes this inspires other people to reach out to each other and lift each other up. He said there is so much despair. But that does not have to be the end of the story. No, it does not. That is the America I see from behind this counter. And I thought you should see it too. I'm Lars Olson. This has been Quiet Echo. You all have a good Wednesday. The people you've met in these editorials, the whole Cedar Valley community first, came together in Quiet Echo. If you want to know how a small town found its way from fear to fellowship, one quiet act of courage at a time, you can find it on Amazon. I'll put the link in the show notes.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open.